Hey folks, Ben from Smokin' Hot Confessions here. It's 8:30 on Sunday, the day 2 of the Smokin' on the Water Festival, and yesterday was beautiful and today is looking the same. Blue sky, sunshine, a couple of friendly flies around, but hey, you can't have it all. With me right now, I've got David Ong, the KCBS representative for Australia. We're going to have a bit of a chat about what teams can expect competing in KCBS, but first of all, mate, how you been enjoying the weekend?
Yeah, loving it. Sun's shining. I was just saying before, we've had a bit of bad luck with weather with competitions this year. I recall going to Burleigh early in the year and it was crazy, I think I'd never seen brown grass at Burleigh for the Burleigh comp, and it was brown, but we had to put our wet weather gear on, and there was wellies going around because it was a bit of a mud bath. So it's nice to have some fine weather, not only for me and the judges, but obviously for the teams as well.
Yeah, I was competing at Burleigh, and I've got to say I definitely appreciate not having a monsoon come through the festival. So
yeah, it's good. Wind and things like that can throw a bit of a curveball for teams. So hopefully it's a truly even playing field today.
Yeah, definitely. Now, getting into that, this is not only my first time in WA, but also my first time at a KCBS comp. So what do I need to know about competing in KCBS?
So basically KCBS is all about the integrity of the judging and the competition. So that's what we're solely here for. So what we do is we always try to think about, how much effort these teams go into getting here. So when we relay all this information to the judges, the teams and that, we basically say to them, look, the teams have spent possibly tens of thousands of dollars just to get here, whether it be equipment, whether it be, travel, fancy trailers like this one over here, or their meat, It's not only that, they've often spent tens of thousands of hours to actually practice and to get here as well. So we say that to the judges, they need to respect that and honour that their position is something that they really truly need to respect and take that to heart, that when they're judging these teams.
Yeah, definitely. It is a big ask on teams often to come here and spend 2 whole days doing it. Anyone that says barbecue is not a sport, I tell you what, it's an endurance sport.
It is, and often it's not not just on the day here. There's preparation. Quite often they'll take the day before work, before the competition off, and the day after as well as a recovery. Some of that's due to perhaps maybe too much drinking and celebrating. But a lot of these guys, like one of the guys I know, stays up 24, 36 hours to get this done. And like you said, it truly is a marathon and an endurance effort.
Now, I understand that there's something pretty unique that you guys do with the judging as well. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so what we do is we'll generally get the judges here a little bit early, okay? So we'll run them through and remind them and refresh them on what they need to know and the standards that they need to uphold. But after that, we've actually got what's called our judges seating program. So over the course of time, we're actually tracking those judges' scores. Now, so it's totally anonymous and I can't offer any favoritism. They keep those scores away from me, so they actually will give them nicknames, and this program the algorithm will actually sort out their average of scores, and then they'll seat them accordingly. So what we're trying to do, along with the whole mindset of providing that totally level playing field, we're trying to make it as fair and even as possible as well. So judges that may score a little lower, we'll put them on a table where there's judges that score a little higher than the average as well. And so this really factors well for the teams. Another thing as well is generally that last judge or the lowest score gets dropped. So that's a really big thing. So occasionally you might have a judge on the table that, is consistently scoring lower than someone else, that our net doesn't catch with the judges seating program. This will eliminate that and at least minimise that chance of any, judges that are a bit of a death judge scoring low and ruining any team's chances of taking out the title.
Yeah, anything you can do to sort of mitigate judge number 6, mate, that's always a good thing. And I love the idea of sort of balancing out a table. That's a really top idea.
Yeah, look, you're still going to get tables of angels and tables of death.
Of course, yeah.
Usually the teams will only recognise the table of death, and they're not won't complain about the table of angels.
No, never.
But we try to minimise that. We can't eliminate that totally, but we try and minimise that as much as possible, as well as the flies trying to bite my face off.
Yeah, me too, mate. Don't worry about that. So before we wrap this up,
Yep.
What does the rest of the weekend look like for you?
Oh, look, so straight after this, we've already walked around the clock and let teams know that the turn-ins are at these certain times and that we've got a strict deadline that they need to be in by. After that, we'll have the judges meeting and judges brief. We'll do that table seating program, and then by 11:30, they're sat down and the duck starts coming in. Then after that, it's chicken, pork ribs, pork and brisket, and then we tally the scores. Then we actually, after we've tallied the scores, or I've tallied the scores, we actually get a secondary person to come audit that as well, and then so we've got another fresh eyes just to check that we haven't seen mistakes, and then awards announcements and the exciting bit.
That sounds like a hell of a lot of fun, mate. Look, I can see your team over the cameraman's shoulder there giving me the symbols. So, mate, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you get back into the tent there. Thanks very much for your time, and I hope you have a great weekend.
Legend. Thanks for coming all this way, Ben. Great to see you.